So you have to decide at the beginning of this process what kind of methodology you will use. And maybe the best option in case of line feature is to calculate the middle point. So if you want to put one coordinate in your gazetteer, one option is to calculate in GIS the middle point, and this is one of the options. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that. Is there any other questions on any of the agenda items under Agenda 5A country reports? I do have to apologize to you all now. I got so involved in the country reports and the questions and discussions, I forgot to indicate a break for coffee this afternoon. So you'll just have to bear with me and last for another 50 minutes before you can refresh yourselves. If we can proceed now with the consideration of agenda item 5B. Oh, before I do that, I should indicate that the national reports that currently appear on the website are those reports that were received before the deadline of the 15th of April 2019. Any report received after the deadline of 15th of April 2019 will be uploaded on the Angagan website at the conclusion of this session. So if your report is not listed there at present, that was simply because it wasn't able to be included because of that deadline. But your report will still be added to the documentation of the session. So that concludes the discussion on item 5A. If we can now proceed with the discussion of the agenda items under 5B. As soon as I find my correct piece of paper. Which is the report of divisions and of the group of experts. We did receive, again, a number of division reports, and similar to the country reports, we can find very valuable information in these division reports, and particularly for those divisions that perhaps are not functioning as well as they could be. This is a prime place to receive information that you can use to model how your division could perhaps work or grow in its methodology. So please, again, pay attention to those reports that have been produced. I didn't have anywhere near as many questions or comments from division reports as I did from the country reports, which I'm sure everybody will be quite grateful for. But I did have a few. But again, the division reports in general provided some good direction on how divisions are working. And I appreciate the effort that has gone into the countries, to the divisions and the chairs of divisions to do the work to produce these reports. It is not always the easiest of tasks to get input from the countries to create the division report, but they are very valuable when they are done. As a prelude to discussing any particular paper, though, I would like to pass on an invitation from the Arabic division. They have recently opened a permanent headquarters for the Arabic division in Jordan, and an invitation has been given to Angagan as a whole, and particularly to the working groups, that facility is available to be used for symposiums and any other function that you would like to hold within it. So I would encourage anybody who is interested to discuss this further with the chair of the Arabic division, who's our distinguished colleague from Jordan, and discuss what can be done there. I think it's a wonderful invitation, and I thank you for it. can I just start with a few questions for various divisions? If I can refer to the Francophone division first, please. I would like to ask the French-speaking division to just clarify or discuss a little bit further the distance learning program that they mentioned in their report. Could you please provide some additional information on that? I pass the floor to the French-speaking division, which will actually be the delegate from France.
Thank you, Chair. Indeed, the Francophone division has established a remote training program in French for toponymy. It's based on a prototype initiated by Canada and France. It was then used by the National School of Geographic Sciences, and this long-distance module can be accessed by anyone, whether it be the public at large or experts. It could also be used by students with support from their institutions and agreements with the School of Geographic Sciences. So the student could include it not only in their curriculum vitae, but also in their diplomas. So this training can be included. The long-distance training includes all aspects of toponymy, whether it be a study on place names or also how the bases can be organized or how data can be shared between different institutions. For the time being, this module has been used by experts and the public. At least that's what I've learned from the website administrator. It would seem that some students would like there to be further cooperation over the long term with the School of Geographic Sciences. Thank you. I hope I answered your question.
Thank you, you did very well. And if I could just ask a second question on that I thought of, is this available only in French or is it available in any other language? Thank you.
Bien évidemment, c'est...
Well, indeed, this is a site that is only in French. It was financially supported by the International Organization of la Francophonie. So, as you can see, it's not easy to establish such a training program without financing. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that clarification. From the report of East, Central and Southeast Europe Division, I may be asking you the same question, but you mentioned in your report the results of the cross-border harmonization. If you could just discuss that a little bit further, and also the progress that was made on correcting errors in Google. That's an issue that I think every one of us face, and it would be wonderful to find out if you've got a solution for us.
Thank you for question, Chair. This harmonization, which solved in our meeting and about which I wrote in our report, is not the same. It's harmonization of geomorphological units. In Slovakia report was harmonization of geonames as